Yeah. Let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Yeah.
So welcome to another video, and today we're out here on the training field again, and today I thought I'd show you my absolute favorite skill move to use when I play and when I try to beat my opponent, which is the step over. And the step over is a pretty simple move, but there's a lot of variations that you can do. Most often you want to keep it simple because the goal of the skill move itself, and any skill move really, is to gain an advantage by beating your opponent and getting into a more advanced position on the pitch. But I thought I'd show you some variations that you can use and that you can learn, which will benefit you in different situations out on the pitch. So without further ado, let's just head into the training. We're going to start off simple with a single step over, which may be the easiest on this list, but often also the most effective. Even though it seems like a simple move, there are some small details that can make a big difference when trying to fool your marker. Firstly, the single step over is great if you carry a lot of speed and just want to throw the defender off balance quickly before going past them. That can be when taking on a final defender centrally on the pitch, or if you're carrying some slight momentum near the corner flag. Really, it can be used all over the pitch, which makes it a versatile move to have in your locker. The double step over is just a continuation of the single step over, but it's used slightly less due to the nature of the movement itself. You can't carry the same speed when trying to perform the double step over, hence why it's better to use it when you have slowed down and the defender is backing off, waiting for you to make your move. I often use it when coming in from the left wing, before going inside to take a shot on. Remember, the most important thing really is, when you're going at a slower pace, is not to go past your opponent, but just to get enough space to get a shot, a pass, or a cross off. This one may just take the prize as my favorite and go-to step over move. When you have decided or been forced to slow down and you find yourself in a tight space, this variation is great for getting out of that tight spot. What you want to do is, from a standstill or very slow pace, touch the ball slightly with the inside of your dominant foot. This will lure the defender in, and right after you touch the ball, you perform a step over with the same leg. Immediately after that, you explode the other way. I use this all the time when near the corner flag or just outside the box to get away from my marker, and it works almost every time. There are variations of this movement as well, where you can either go the other way or throw in some drop of the shoulders to further confuse the defender. This next one is not a move I'd recommend to use very often due to its complexity, but if you feel comfortable, it's a great move that can get you away from a defender if executed properly, or to just time waste when in the lead. The absolute best time to use this move is near the corner flag, and similar to the last move, when you're moving very slowly or standing still. First you roll the ball across, then you perform a step over, chop it back, and then a reverse step over before going away the other direction. If it's too hard to learn straight away, try to learn each move in the sequence by itself and then try to put them together piece by piece. They say good things come in three, and I'd agree. At least when it comes to step overs. I rarely go more than 3 step overs in a row due to losing too much speed if doing so, but if you can nail the triple step over, it's a great move to have in your locker. When approaching a final defender on the edge of the box, pulling off 3 step overs in quick fashion before pushing the ball into the box for a cross or finish will make it really hard for them to read your move if executed correctly. It's important that you vary your game up. The first time you encounter the defender and perform a single step over, the next time they may expect it and be ready, so then instead you may just opt to push the ball past them if they dive in, or if they back off, pull off a double or a triple step over to make life difficult for them. This one I saw Cristiano Ronaldo perform many times as I watched him growing up. If you are once again finding yourself in a tight spot down the corner flag or the sideline, this may be a way to get out of there. The good thing about this move is that you keep the ball moving at all times, making it hard for the defender to put in a tackle, and you can buy yourself a little extra time to get the ball out of there. What you want to do is, similar to number 3, touch the ball with the inside of your dominant foot, but then stop it slyly with your other foot before taking the ball to your right. With all of these movements, try to experiment and see what works best for you, and maybe add in or remove something to better fit your style of play. This is also a bit more on the complex side, but if mastered it can be a great move to throw in every now and then. This one is great again if you're carrying a lot of speed, and right after you roll the ball you perform a reverse step over with your other leg before exploding away. An important detail is, once you have performed the step over, get your next touch in as quickly as possible to push the ball away from the defender. The reverse step over is a simple move, but if mastered, it can get you out of many tight situations. In this example, I have my back to goal and an imaginary defender right behind me, after just receiving the ball from my fullback. Then I slow down a bit to lure him in, and then quickly and hard I throw my right leg over the ball like I'm going to explode down the field, but instead I stop and spin the other way. Here you can also throw in some variations when feeling comfortable. You may perform the first move, but then instead of spinning and going the other way, you pull off another step over or another drop of the shoulder in that direction before taking the ball inside. It's just about being comfortable in the movement, and then you can get creative. This one is really just a double step over, but I wanted to add it in because it's just in a slightly different situation. If a defender is really passive and keeps backing off, you may pull off a double step over, but they may not fall for it. Then taking a slight, very brief pause in between and then perform a further 1 or 2 step overs may just be enough to make them fall for it. This is also something you learn over time by playing the game, and it happens subconsciously. Once you're very comfortable in your skills and treatment of the ball, your eyes and brain will start to take in other pieces of information to help you out. For example, I may perform 2 step overs and see from the defender's body shape through the position of his hips and his knees that he's still balanced and ready to put in a tackle. Then my brain subconsciously will perform 1 or 2 more step overs, and the moment the defender falls for it, I'm away. This is definitely something that takes time to learn, but if you play a lot of football and you're a player that often gets into 1v1 situations, you will learn and get better at this over time. This one is really again just a single step over, but instead of going the opposite way, we quickly drop the shoulder instead and go the same way that we performed the initial step over. This one is great because it's very simple and effective, and it can be used all over the pitch. My favorite position to perform this one is definitely in this situation, where I may face a last defender and just want to get a shot off. It's a quick move that I can perform at a faster pace and then just push the ball into the box before hopefully getting a goal. Okay guys, that's it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it and that you learned something. Now, I want to make it clear, there are several ways to do step overs. There are so many variations that you can combine and to try and learn, but the best thing is to keep it simple, because what we want to do is beat our opponents, get a cross off, get a shot off, get some kind of advantage out on the pitch. That's why we do the step overs, and also it's kind of fun. But that's it for today's video. Hope you liked it. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll just see you in the next one. Take care and bye.